Hey, welcome back for the start of game 2 of this two-game matchup between your Findlay Trojans in white and the Columbus Capitals 2013 select team in their midnight blue jerseys. Henry Ace will be in net for game 2. George Homewood, Mason Beach, Jonah Burkhart out to start this game with Ricky Nichols and Henry Fort on defense. Columbus took game 1 5-2 of this matchup. Prior to this, teams met in November, resulted in a 1-1 tie and then a 5-1 win by Columbus. We're ready. Referee drops the puck, gets sent forward and then back. Nichols gets it over to the board. Homewood comes out of it, gets it up to Burkhart, just goes off the back of his stick. Pass behind him a little bit. Centered out. Nichols has it now in the slot. Shot. Gloved by Columbus goaltender. So we'll have a face-off. Down in the offensive zone. Homewood takes face-off, chips that back, tries to get it back to Nichols. Intercepted by Columbus. Columbus charging now. Flips it into the zone. On the rush, lots of white jerseys back. Fort collects behind the back of the net. Gets that up the boards to Burkhart. Burkhart now battling. Tries to flip it forward. He's still got it. Homewood, Fort, and Burkhart now over there with 3 Columbus players. Battling along the boards. Chipping it forward. Columbus defense collects. Flips it forward towards the goal. Nichols is there to intercept. He's going to play that off the boards to Homewood, who's streaking. Homewood takes it into the zone, but that gets chipped aside. He had a chance at it. Now loose in front. Nichols takes it. Nichols got a little bit of room. Looking to center that. Plays behind the net. Loses his footing. Grace comes out. Now held in by Cooper. Comes off the bench. Now collected left back there by Nichols, but chipped aside by Columbus. Now at neutral ice, battling for it is Mason Cooper. That gets sent into the zone. Webb Sloan has it. Cross ice pass. Gets that up to Grace. Grace has a little bit of room as Columbus on a live change. Takes it to the corner. Now he's got it behind the net. Now George Homewood has it. Tips it back to Grace. Kept in by the Trojans as Sloan is back there. Ooh, tried a cross ice pass. Hits a body. And tried to tip that out, but Columbus has it. And now sent back. Cross ice pass from Cooper to Teagarden. That gets chipped out. And now Cooper has it. He sends it opposite side. Teagarden racing for it. Brings it into the zone at the blue line. Then Cooper tips it back down to Teagarden. Teagarden going down to the corner. Puck hits the boards. Kept in by Cooper along the boards. Cooper's going to fire a shot. Oh, just goes behind the net. Archer races over to the corner, grabs the puck. Gets chipped aside by Columbus, but then still battling down for it. There's Grace along the boards. And then Columbus clears, comes out to the stick of Sloan. Sloan's got it now. He dumps it back into the zone. Columbus stops at his face-off dot. Coming down, charging for it is Sloan. Sloan tries a centering pass, tipped aside by the goaltender. Grace was in front of the net. And now almost kept in by Archer. Now racing back for it is Sloan. Tries to cut a man off. Teagarden back there too. Good collapsing defense by the Trojans on that breakaway opportunity. Teagarden now working along the boards in the corner with it. Chips it up to Archer. Archer trying to get up there, but defense gets to it first for Columbus. But then shot blocked. Nice pass over to Grace by Cooper. Grace still has it. Grace getting close to net. Centering pass to Archer. Oh, just missed the shot. Had the open net. Nice presence there by the Trojans. Now chipped aside by Peter Koski. Eddie Homewood's got it. He's going to tip it back. He's still got it. Turns around. Gets that up the boards. Out of the zone. Peter Koski on pursuit along with Schaaf on the forecheck. Nice hold up there. And now Schaaf comes out with it. He's trying to beat a man. Got stick lifted there. And then they chip it out of the zone. Fort's got it. He sends it in, but that's going to be offside. Good pressure, though, by the Trojans early coming out game 2. See if they can keep this up. Rylan Peterkowski takes the face off. He's got Schaaf and Schwab with him. Fort and Eddie Homewood back on defense. Schaefer racing for that puck, but Columbus gets to it first. Fort holds it up before it enters the zone. Now chip back. Columbus cross ice pass. Tips that in. That's coming in on goaltender Yace. Yace is going to cover. And we'll have a face-off to the blocker side, most likely, of Findlay goaltender Yace. Yep. Peter Koski now with the face-off for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. Columbus gets it back out to the point. They fire a shot. Yates with the smooth glove save. Saw that all the way. Flashes the leather and freezes the puck. Peter Koski now with the face-off for the Trojans. Tied up back out to the point, looking for another shot as Columbus wide. Eddie Homewood collects behind the net. Plays it up the boards, gets that to Schwab rather, gets out, but then sent back in, so that's going to be offsides as Columbus still have players in the offensive zone. We'll get a line change here. Homewood, Beach, and Burkhardt come out. Nichols and Fort on defense. George Homewood takes face off for the Trojans, kicks it forward, tried to push it back forward a little bit. Playing it off the boards is Fort, tips it up to Burkhardt, tried to tip that up to Homewood. Now Burkhardt battling along the boards, he's still got it. Now Homewood's got it. Homewood sends it forward. Burkhardt and Beach pursuing, but Columbus clears opposite ice. Looking for a centering pass is Columbus. They go the opposite side, fire a shot, nice kick save by Yates. Now Nichols in the corner battling for it, gets it out to Homewood. Homewood makes a man miss. Gets through over to Burkhardt. Burkhardt just gets the puck poked away. So Burkhardt sends it back down to the corner. He's going to pursue along with Beach as Columbus collects it behind the back of the net. Kept in by Nichols, but then shipped out by Columbus. Beach there, and then Nichols thwarts that pass attempt through the middle. Gets that over to Sloan. Sloan gets it up to Homewood. Just off the edge of his stick, off the heel. Now Columbus sends it back out of the zone. Loose bouncing puck. Now we've got a 3-on-3 here. Nice collapsing defense by the Trojans there as Nichols comes in to help Sloan. Now Columbus with it. Tries a shot in front. Loose. Cooper picks it up coming off the bench. Now Cooper's going to push. He's got a head of steam. He's going down to the corner. He's going to try to work this inside. He takes a shot. Off the chest pad of the Columbus goaltender. Now centering pass. Nice job there by Cooper to break that up. Exits the zone, but tries to chip it forward. Cooper plays it off the boards again. Comes out to him in the middle. Tried to chip that through the skates. Loose in front. And then knocked out of the zone by Columbus. Sloan's got it, though. He's going to work this along the boards. Try to get it in. Came out. Grace has it. Spins around. Throws it back down deep into the zone, and they'll pursue on the forecheck. Now Grace with it. Cooper tried to cut that pass off, but didn't happen. Now that gets sent into the zone by Columbus. Icing waved off. Teagarden has it now. Now he's going to get ahead of steam, move this up forward. He's looking up the ice, plays it along the boards. Skates through a player, but puck squirts out to the middle of the ice. Columbus collects, moves it forward. Archer are there on the pressure. Now shot just wide. Yace saw it, was ready. Over to Archer now. Teagarden sends it, who then sends it up to Sloan. Sloan's pushing now. He goes to the outside, makes a man miss. He gets close, fires a shot. Glove save and held onto by Columbus goaltender. Good pressure early here by the Trojans, offensively. Peter Koski out now with Schwab and Schaaf. Eddie Homewood and Henry Ford out on defense. See if we can capitalize on this offensive zone face-off here. Puck is dropped. Columbus collects, but it's in front of the net. Schwab gets a stick on it, but knocks behind the goal. Now Columbus looking to get that out of the zone. Nice work there by the Trojans. Peter Koski collects, hits a couple bodies, so no offsides. Hit some Columbus players. Now trying to chip it out is Columbus, and they do. Fort racing back to get it. It's got two guys coming back to pursue. It's going to play that up the board. So Peter Koski try to chip it forward. Schaaf is there as well, but Columbus holds it in. But Peter Koski's got it. He's going to move that up, but Columbus keeps it in. Fires one towards the net, but wide. Goes behind the net there. Nice job by Homewood to avoid the penalty there. Laid off just enough, and now that comes out, and Eddie Homewood's going to get it. He's going to try to move it forward to Peter Koski, and he does. Neutral zone. He's got Hank going with him, too. He got 2-on-2. He tries to get over to Schwab. Oh, too many bodies in the way. Centered in front. In Peter Koski's skates. Trying to chip that in are the Trojans. And Columbus comes out with it behind the net, but sends it along the side, and Eddie Homewood's there along the boards, and he sends it back to the corner. Opposite side. Schwab is there, too, to hold it up. Centers out comes to Peter Koski, trying to get a shot, knocked off the puck. Now Columbus moving forward with it. Homewood tucks it back in, comes out to Peter Koski. Peter Koski trying to get it out front to Schwab, who was streaking at the net, but that got tipped aside, so now to the corner with it. Comes out, Schwab comes out with it now. Schwab tried to get something on it. Backhand one, just wide. Now Columbus with it. They're going to try to clear this. They do. So we got a one-on-one situation with Eddie Homewood racing back too. Nice job by Fort. Get in between the player and the puck, and now Eddie Homewood battling with it in the corner. Comes out. Columbus has it. They try a high shot from the goal line. Goes over the net. Nice job there by Homewood and Fort battling behind the net. Now Columbus has it. They're looking for a centering pass or to get it out to the defense. They find their man in the slot. Fire, shot, blocker saved by Yace. And now chipped up, and now look who's got it. Harrison gets it over to Mason Beach. Mason Beach brings it across the line, tries to cut through the center, fires a shot. Gloved by the Columbus player. Nice move there by Beach. Cut that back to the middle. So now George Homewood out there with Burkhardt and Beach. Sloan and Teagarden. Puck is dropped. Goes towards the net. Stick to side. Beach in the corner now pursuing. Tried to get that up to the defense. Teagarden tips it back down. Burkhardt now in the corner. Going for it. That comes out and Sloan's there. Sloan's going to rocket a shot. That goes off the shin pad of a player. Man, talk about puck luck. We've had a lot of good shots and they just keep finding sticks of opposite players. Now it comes out front. Burkhardt's got it. He finds him. Homewood in the slot for a shot. Oh! Goaltender lost it as it bounced off his glove. Went to the corner. Nice job there by Homewood along the boards. Then Burkhardt chips it to the middle, but collected by Columbus. Kept in by Sloan off his skate and then bounced out. But then Homewood there to collect. Homewood gets knocked over as he tried to turn it. Now battling at middle ice with it. And sent cross ice by Columbus. But Teagarden's back there. He's going to collect and go behind the net and wrap that back around the boards for Homewood, who's going to chip that forward, and now Beach is racing. Columbus defense back, but Beach pursuing on the forecheck. Burkhardt's coming. That goes back to the goaltender. Loose in front. Collected by Columbus. I don't know if they were trying to collect that towards now Burkhardt on the back check. They were trying to put that behind the net or not. Here comes a shot. Tipped in front. Nice stick there. And that hits the back of the net behind the glass, and so we'll pause play there. So good transition work there by the Trojans on the offensive and defensive end. And we'll get a line change as Grace, Cooper, and Archer come out. Cooper to take the face off. Ooh, puck was dropped there. Now puck is dropped. Going opposite side of the ice. Ben Grace might have an opening. And that just went a little too far. Good heads-up play there by the Trojans to try to get a man on the breakout, but we'll bring this back down opposite end of the ice again for another face-off. So just over 2 minutes left here in the first, all square at zeros. Puck gets sent back to Sloan. Go! Tipped out by Sloan. Ben Grace there trying to prevent that on the forecheck. Sloan now plays it along the boards, cuts through the middle, tries to get through a couple guys, sticked away by Columbus, but Ben Grace is there too. He's going to get across center ice, get held up. Findlay trying to apply some pressure in the offensive zone, but Columbus gets it out. Now they're going to look for a shot. That goes wide. Yace was there, saw it. Now trying to chip that out is Nichols. Nichols does, and now they've got a 3-on-3 going, and Nichols is burning through. Gets around the guy. Chips it forward. Backhand by Grace. Just got tipped aside. They get it back out to Cooper. Cooper plays that along the boards. Chips it to Grace down in the corner. Grace looking for some real estate, trying to find somebody in the slot. Hits the shin guard of a Columbus player. Now tipped out. Cooper's got it now. Cooper gets it over to Archer. Archer fires a shot. Oh, just stopped by the Columbus goaltender. What a good display of passing there by the Trojans. Now Mason Cooper takes face off for the Trojans. That gets chipped back. Ben Grace is there battling. He comes up with it behind the goal. He's going to spin a little bit, still have it. He's still got it. He gets it back out to Nichols. Nichols gets it over to Fort. Fort from the point. Tried to tip that in with Cooper. Sends it back along the boards. Fort's got it now. He tries to chip it in. He does. And now Grace battling in the corner with it. He comes out with it. He finds Cooper in the middle. Oh, hits a skate. Plays it off the boards to Nichols. Nichols now tried to make a move on it, and then it gets sticked out, but luckily Fort was back there. Plays it off the boards to Cooper. Now Grace has it, and then sent back, but collected by Fort. We're at about 15 seconds left. Archer comes out with it. Archer trying to move forward with it. Gets it into the zone as he had a player all over his back. Now Grace moves to the corner with it. Nice job by Grace there. Gets dumped, but good aggressive play there. That comes out to the front, chipped aside, and we are going to run out of time here in the first.
Good hustle.
But great opening period, high energy by the Trojans here in game 2. So teams are going to talk about it, switch sides, and join us back here momentarily for the start of the second period. Welcome back now to the start of the second period. Rylan Peterkowski out to take face off for the Trojans. He'll have Schwab and Shape with him. Eddie Homewood and Laura Teagarden back on defense. Yace in net for the Trojans. Comes out to Peterkowski through the scrum. He moves it forward, but Columbus collects and moves it into the offensive zone. Centering pass goes just wide. Sent out by Homewood. Nice play by Homewood. Get that out of the zone. Now Schwab on the forecheck there. Columbus going cross ice on the checks. Nice job by Homewood to hold him up in the middle there. Gets that to Peterkowski. Gets that to Schwab. Schwab tips it out of the zone. And now looking to reset is Columbus. Offsides a little bit, so they got to get back on sides. Send it back. Flipped up. Now sent deep into the zone by Columbus. Teagarden racing back behind the net to go get there. He'll get there first. Moves it around the edge. Tried to get it up the boards, but intercepted by Columbus. And then fell on and covered by Yace as Columbus was pursuing. So we'll get an offensive line change here as George Homewood comes out to take face off with Beach and Burkhart. Back in the defensive zone to the glove hand side of Yace. Homewood takes face off, gets that back to his brother, Eddie, who's battling now in the corner for it, moves it up the boards. Puck comes loose. Burkhart's over there. He's trying to play it against the boards now. Comes out to Homewood. And now Columbus collects, but nice play by Eddie Homewood along the boards. Now George Homewood pursuing back in the corner. Nice job on the poke check there by George Homewood. Comes out to the face-off dot. Beach comes out. Shot over the net. Now out by Columbus blue line. They dump it back into the zone. Eddie Homewood now collecting, battling with Columbus players behind the net. Teagarden there as well. Teagarden plays along the boards, then sent back down in by Columbus into the corner. Teagarden's still there with it, as is George Homewood. As they look for a shot, that gets tipped out in front. Eddie Homewood comes out with it. That comes out to Burkhart. Burkhart's got some room now. Burkhart's going to go across. Oh, and Homewood off sides along with Beach. So that's going to be a neutral zone face-off there.
Let's go!
So Mason Cooper out now with Archer and Grace. Columbus takes that face-off, goes opposite side of the ice with it, and then sends it deep into the zone after they cross center line. Ricky Nichols collecting behind the net. He's going to try to play that along the boards, get poked away by Columbus. They throw one towards the net, hits the back of the net. Now that comes out and Grace has it, and Grace is going to move it along the boards, but just collected by Columbus as he tried to squirt one by, but Grace still comes out with it, and now Grace has got a little bit of room. He's got a couple guys on him, but one man to beat. He fires a shot low, stopped by Columbus, tried to chip one back in. He's still got it behind the net. Tried to put it in front, but nobody there. But Archer now is going to fire one as that puck was loose and is collected by Columbus goaltender. And we're going to have a penalty, it looks like, on a Columbus player. We got a roughing call on number 28 for Columbus. Third penalty of the day for him.
Walk it in!
Got spot, shot in front.
Loose!
Loose in front still. Columbus collects.
One hard, somebody stay high. One hard.
As Nichols has it now behind the net for the Trojans.
Go, man, go.
He's going to skate with it. He's got some room. He's going to get that up to Archer. Archer's going to move that back up to Nichols as they cross the blue line. Nichols is now taking it with a lot of room. He turns with it. Now in the corner with it still. He finds Archer in the slot. Archer fires a shot that gets tipped aside, hits a stick. Now Grace battling behind the boards with it. Grace still pumping his legs. He's still got it. Played along the boards. It's loose in front. That comes out to Fort. Fort now got it. Gets it back to Grace. Grace is looking. Still has it. Grace still has it. Gets it to Archer in the slot. Archer tried to get a shot. Just rolled off his stick. Now comes out. Fort's got it now. Dumps it back down behind the net. Grace is going. Grace still has it. Grace is going to get it up to Nichols along the boards at the blue line. Nichols is there. He's going to fire one at the net. That bounces in front. Archer there. Cooper there. Sorry, Cooper there. He scores. So that's a power play goal for your Trojans. That was Grace to Nichols to Cooper on the rebound on the shot. Brings your Trojans up 1-0 here with 9.5 minutes left in the second. So now Peter Koski out there with Schwab and Schaaf. Sloan and Teagarden back on defense. Puck is dropped. Schwab bangs that forward out of the fray. Columbus collects, looking to play it up the boards. They do, kept in by Sloan. Sloan's going to walk that in. He's going to fire a shot. That's loose in front. Sticked aside, but Schwab is there. Schwab gets it over to Schaaf. Schaaf trying to center one. Oh, just missed and sticks. Chipped aside by Sloan back to the corner. Peter Koski there tried to center one, hits a skate. Now wrapped around the boards by Columbus. Sloan comes in, uses his skates, collects this in the corner. Little move, and loses the puck in the middle, and then Columbus is going to clear this one. That takes a weird bounce off the boards. Two Columbus players, so they got a 2-on-1. They're going to pass it over and try to pass again, but Teagarden was there. And then Schwab collected, but it got caught up in his skates. They take a shot from the slot. That goes wide. Teagarden has it. He moves it up through the middle of the ice. Not touched. That's going to be an icing. And so we're going to bring this down to the other end. to the blocker side of Findlay goaltender Yace, as Sloan and Teagarden will stay out there, and we'll have George Homewood, Mason Beach, and Jonah Burkhardt out there on offense. Puck is dropped. Columbus gets that puck out of the fray. They take a shot. Nice work by Homewood, gets it in front of that. Columbus gets it back, takes another shot. Blocker saved by Yace. Gets it to Sloan. Sloan gets that up to Homewood. Homewood now skates through a couple guys. Now he's got a little bit of room. He takes it to the outside, tried to get a shot off, but rolled off his stick. Tried a centering pass, rolled off of the skate of a Columbus player. Sloan keeps it in. Sloan has it along the boards now. Ships that up to Homewood. Homewood's got it. He fires one towards the net. Oh, Burkhardt was there, just missed the bouncing puck. Great opportunity there for the Trojans, just couldn't capitalize on it. And now Columbus coming the other way, fires a shot, and Yace is there and holds on. Man, good chances by the Trojans, just couldn't get him in the back of the net. Trying to change that puck luck. So now Nichols and Eddie Homewood will come out on defense now for the Trojans on this faceoff. George Homewood gets it back to Eddie. Eddie gets it back to Nichols. Nichols tries to play this off the boards, but the angle just doesn't work out. As they have players streaking up the ice. Now back in the corner for Columbus.
Get there.
Over to the side, Burkhardt there now trying to play it along the boards. It's the defense. It's for Columbus, has it centering pass, goes through everybody. Up front, Beach is there. Now Beach trips it. Beach has got Burkhardt. They've got a 2-on-0. Beach trying to backhand one, and a save by the Columbus goaltender. What a nice move by Beach. No rebounds. They have two players there. Again, good pressure by the Trojans. Early in this game, Homewood takes face off for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. Gets it out, gets it back to Nichols. Nichols now sends that down along the boards. Kept in by Eddie Homewood. Eddie Homewood sends it back down deep to the corner. Burkhardt and Beach pursuing behind the net. Nice job there for the Columbus. Going to fire this along the boards. They're going to push as they got a man. Nichols is back there, though. Homewood's back there, too. Shot. Oh, they get the pass off and score. Good pass there. As Columbus ties this game up at 1-1. Here with just under 7 minutes left in the second. Now Mason Cooper takes face off for the Trojans. Still have Archer and Grace out there with them. Get that back to Nichols. That's caught up in some skates. Columbus comes out with it, but good job there by Fort to knock that aside. And that's over to the boards now. And then Cooper trying to tip that forward, but Columbus still has it. Collected by Nichols now. Nichols is going to take that behind the net. He's going to look forward. He's skating now. He's got a little bit of speed. He's going to bang that up the boards and stay with it. And now River Archer comes out with it. Archer trying to move it forward, but comes out and collected by Fort in the neutral zone, who gets that up to Ben Grace. Ben Grace has a little bit of room. He's going to carry it into the offensive zone, take it to the outside. He gets slashed. He's looking in the middle. Oh, just passes Archer and Cooper. Cross ice pass from Nichols to Fort. Fort's going to bang that along the boards into the zone. Grace on the forecheck, kept in by Cooper, but then just bounced out. But nice job there by Fort, and Grace is going to grab it. He's going to go opposite side. He's going to try to split a guy. He gets caught up. We're going to have a penalty for a hook. As Ben Grace hustled through two players. And number 21 is going to the box for Columbus for a hook. So your Trojans will have a power play here for the next minute 30. Let's see if they can capitalize on that as Homewood, Burkhardt, and Beach come out. Sloan and Fort will be on defense. So puck is dropped. Gets that back to Sloan. Now back to Homewood. He's still got it in front. He tries a centering pass over. Oh, hits a skate. Homewood still got it. He's tried to send that pass out to Fort at the point, just a little too far. So Fort's going to collect and look forward. He's going to spin, find some open ice. And he's going to skate up the boards with it. He's still got it. As they go in, it comes out to Burkhardt. Burkhardt chips one forward. Oh, it just goes wide. Beach was there too. Couldn't get a stick on it. Beach sends it up to Sloan along the boards. Now coming out with it is Beach. Beach is going to fire a shot. Loose in front. Oh, Burkhardt couldn't get a stick on it. Good pressure there by the Trojans. So now Cooper, Homewood, and Beach are going to be out there. Puck is dropped, goes back to the corner. Columbus has it at the moment. Stick lift there over to Beach. Beach gets it over to Fort. Fort goes opposite side to Homewood. Over to Sloan. Good puck movement to the middle. Oh, trying to get Beach on the one-timer. Beach now's got it. Gets chipped back out. Fort's got it. He finds Sloan out at the blue line. Goes to the face-off dot. Tried to hit Homewood. Now Fort's got it again. Fort's going to play that back out to Homewood. Homewood's going to duck that through. Gets that over to Sloan. Sloan at the face-off dot's going to fire a shot. Gloved by the goaltender for Columbus. So 11 seconds left. A lot of good puck movement by the Trojans. So now Grace, Homewood, and Cooper out there with Sloan and Teagarden on defense. 11 seconds left in the power play. Cooper gets that back to Homewood. Homewood gets that back to Sloan. Sloan's going to fire one. Gloved save by the goaltender for Columbus. So we'll do this face-off again.
Stick on the ice.
One more time, Mason Cooper with the face-off here. 6 seconds left in the penalty. That gets chipped over to the side. Columbus tries to clear that out. They do. Sloan's got it. They got one man coming back hard for Columbus. He's going to turn. He's going to try to find Grace opposite ice, but tipped aside. But Grace has it. He's going to play it up the boards. Columbus picks it up, though. Columbus still has it. They do finally knock it out of the boards. George Homewood and Mason Cooper racing. He plays it up the boards for Homewood, but intercepted by Columbus. Nice stick work there by Homewood. Now shot fired. Yace with the save. Sloan chipped that forward. That hit a player. So now Teagarden has it. He's got some room, so he's going to move forward with it. He's going to play along the boards. Now he's going to go towards the middle. Stick lifted, but still with the puck. Is Teagarden. Oh, tried to center pass. Rolled off his stick. He gets sent up. Playing it up front is Grace, and then keeping it in. Falling at the line was Grace. Trying to get a stick on it again was Sloan, but and then going cross ice with it, trying to tip that was Cooper, but couldn't get the jump on it. But he gets back, races back, and gets it. He's going to play that along the boards to Teagarden. Intercepted by Columbus. Columbus going cross ice pass. Peter Koski out there now too. Now Peter Koski gets in the way. Nice job, and then Grace has it. Now Grace has got one man to beat, and he's got another guy on his back. Goes to the outside. Goes behind the net. Tries to center one. Peter Koski goes off his skate. Now coming back is Columbus. Findlay in a change, but 3-on-3 even. That stick to side, and Yace got a leg pad on it. Now Eddie Homewood puts it into the corner. Homewood and Peter Koski back there, Schaaf back there as well, and now it comes out. Nichols is trying to pursue that as that gets bounced back behind the net by Columbus. Now Harrison trying to get in front. Nice save, glove save by Homewood, but then they cross in front. Empty net, or had most of the net empty as Yace made the first save, but then Columbus on the pass with the rebound, so that brings it to 2-1. The puck is dropped now. Peter Koski with that face-off. That comes back to Eddie Homewood. He tries to flip it back out of the zone. Columbus chipped it back further behind the net. Nichols has it now. He tries to chip it behind. Now he wraps opposite corner.
Harrison, get the puck!
And up there now Harrison. Nice play up front, and Schwab gets it out. Schwab tried to take it through the middle, but ran into some players there, and a shot. Yace with the glove save. Now Eddie Homewood chips that to the corner for Ryland Peter Koski. Peter Koski's there now. He's moving. He's got some room. And he's going to take it now along the boards and try to go behind the net, look for a centering pass. Edged out by Columbus. Now Columbus with a centering pass, but that's intercepted by Eddie Homewood, and Ricky Nichols will have it. He tried to tuck that, but then got poked away by Columbus. So now Columbus playing it along the boards in the opposite corner. Tried to chip one center. That hits George Homewood. Came off the bench there for Peter Koski. George Homewood now has a little bit of steam. He cuts through a couple guys. He's trying to get it through, weave his way through. Schwab, oh, he tried as well. Now Beach comes off the bench, changing forward lines on the fly here. And now Burkhart comes out too. That puck comes out to the middle. Burkhart now collects. Now Burkhart at the line trying to move that forward. He's had it in and then got knocked out. And now Nichols battling along the boards, comes back out to Burkhart, goes cross ice to Beach. Beach is going to bring it in now. Beach is going to send it down deep to the zone. Burkhart now is going to go behind the net with Beach. They're going to try to pursue. Columbus gets it out. They're going to try to center it through the middle. Now they've got one on there. Nichols there on his back. Yace with the save. Nice hustle there by Nichols, and Yace with a good save. Columbus dumps it back down into the corner there. Fort battling now along the boards behind the net. Homewood comes down to join them as two Columbus players are down there working with the puck. Puck squirts out loose. Now Burkhart's got it. Burkhart looking to get this flipped up. He does. Gets it out. Beach and Homewood are racing for it. Not enough for icing, so Columbus is forced to play. Nice job there by the forecheck. Now Beach has it. He tried to get it out. Oh, just behind Burkhart, and that's going to be the end of the second period. So again, a lot of good chances by Findlay. Just not the bounces right now on the puck luck. So they're going to talk about it, change sides, and we'll come back for an exciting third period. All right, welcome back to the start of the third. Mason Cooper tying that up in the middle. Columbus comes out with it, though. Sends it back. Webb Sloan has it now. He surveys options. Moves that up to Archer along the boards. Archer now trying to get that out to Cooper. Cooper chips it out, and now Cooper's racing for it. And now he's got a little bit of a step. Moves it around the corner. He gets tripped up. We're going to have a penalty here. We're going to have another Trojan power play.
Jump, Coop!
As he gets tripped up. So we're going to have 7 going to the box for his second time today for a trip for Columbus. So we're going to look at the Trojan power play as Mason Cooper, Ben Grace, River Archer out there with Lawyer Teagarden and Webb Sloan. Cooper gets that knocked back. Wrapped around the boards. Teagarden collects. He sends that back to the corner. Grace now battling in the corner for it. against two Columbus players. Columbus has it, chips it along the side of the boards. Webb Sloan there, able to chip it up. Centers it. Oh, stick down. Cooper's got it though. Cooper fires a shot. Bounces off a couple people in front. Webb Sloan has it now. He's going to go opposite side. He's got Grace in the middle. He's going to try to chip it to him. Couldn't get there. Seagarden back there now. Seagarden trying to chip it away, but Columbus comes up with it. Gets that out, but Sloan's there. Sloan's going to now try to move it forward. He does. Tried to bring it back, but Columbus has it. But Seagarden's there on the follow. Gets it over to Grace. Grace fires a shot. That gets tipped wide. Archer collects along the boards. Archer now circling. Tried to get a pass off, got intercepted. That got chipped out. And now Cooper comes out, gets that to Teagarden. Teagarden looking to move that forward, comes out to Cooper. Cooper now with a little bit of space. Tried to tuck one through a couple players and just couldn't get through that last pair of skates. Cross ice pass to Grace. Grace has it now. Grace is going to try to move forward. Puck loose. Cooper collected but not knocked aside. Now Cooper's got it. He tries to get it out and it gets tipped. He was looking for Archer in the slot. So sent forward and then Archer tried to get that over to a cutting Sloan, but hit a player and then it bounces off of a skate as Peter Koski was right there. Back at full strength is Columbus. And then trying to chip that aside. And Peter Koski comes out with it, but just couldn't get it through all the bodies in neutral ice. And now a shot from the point goes wide as Fort was there, tipped it aside. Now Peter Koski and Schaaf battling. And then a shot, nice save by Yace on a centering pass. And then that gets moved up from Archer to Schwab. Schwab tips it forward. Played along the boards by Columbus though. Fort's still there, battling. Trying to move that forward with Peter Koski and Schwab. Still battling in front of the scoring table here at center ice. Comes out, Peter Koski's got it. He's going to send that up the boards, opposite side. Or wrap it around, I should say. And now Peter Koski ties him up again, and Fort's got it. He's going to, tried to flip it out, hit Peter Koski's back. Peter Koski tried to get it out too, but stick in the way. And now Schaaf tries to get that out. Now Peter Koski collects and gathers it. Gets across center ice and tries to chip that in deep, but stopped by Columbus. But then sent out by Schwab. Schwab tried to get that up Peter Koski. He does! Shot! Oh, glove save. So now Peter Koski there for the face-off. Puck is dropped. Comes out. Schaaf's got it. Trying to centering pass Peter Koski, but went too far. Collected by Columbus. Fort now trying to hold him up at the line there. Fort plays him off the puck. Peter Koski's got it. He's going to move it up the boards to Schaaf. Schaaf's going to chip that forward, but not out of the zone. Now it comes back to Fort. Fort's got it behind the net. He's going to wrap it around opposite side for Schwab. Schwab's got it. He takes it out of the zone. Tries to carry it along the boards. Peter Koski picks it up. He's got Harrison with him in the slot. Oh, trying to get a shot, but a stick in the way. And now that gets tipped aside, and now it's a race. And Eddie Homewood back there first for the Trojans, and then tipped out by Peter Koski, and now they're going to move forward with it. Now Ryland's got it. We got a 2-on-2. He tried to get it to Schwab, who was cutting, but stick in the way, tipped that just far enough forward. And now sent all the way down the opposite end of the ice by Columbus. That'll be an icing. And we'll get a line change and an offensive zone face-off for your Findlay Trojans. Down 2-1 here with just under 8.5 left in the third. See if they can take advantage of this face-off close to the opposing goal. Homewood, Burkhardt, and Beach out there. Out there with Eddie Homewood. Gets that back. Beach to Homewood. Homewood throws it back to behind the net. Burkhardt's got it. He's trying to get it wrapped around for a center, but got poked away. Now cross ice pass by Columbus. stepping up to stop that is Eddie Homewood, who throws that back into the zone. Trying on the intercept was Beach and Burkhart, but bounced over their stick. Teagarden's got it. He's got one pursuing. He's going to look for a little bit of room. Try to play that up the boards to Beach. He got tipped back to him. So Teagarden's going. He's going to get that over to Homewood. All Trojans onside. Homewood tried to split two players, got poked away, ran into his own person. Now we've got a 2-on-1 opportunity. Now looking for a shot. Nice job by Beach on the back check there. Got his skate in the way, and now George Homewood has it. Now he's going to break. He might have a little bit of room. He cuts back over against the player. Dumps that deep into the zone as he looks to get a change. Burkhart and Beach still out there. Beach with an active stick, and Burkhart down behind the net trying to tie people up. Teagarden bounces down. That bounces off his stick, but out of the zone as Mason Cooper is out there. Back coming off the bench. Beach on the back check pursuing. Nice hold up there. Now Cooper's got it. Cooper's going to get that up to Burkhart. Burkhart tried to get that backhanded out of the zone, but got tipped away by Columbus. Centering pass by Columbus. Shot goes wide. Now played up the boards by Columbus. Cross ice pass. Errant. Columbus collects in the corner though. Tried centering. And a nice save by Yace as that got tipped in front, was rolling. And he got his glove on top of it. So now Cooper, Grace, and Archer out there with Fort and Sloan. As they'll take the face off to the blocker side of Findlay goaltender Yace. Puck is dropped, gets that back to Archer. Archer tries to play it up the boards, collected by Columbus just above the face-off dot. Now down the face-off dot, good poke check there. Trying to get a shot in front. Yace is on it, and it's covered. And we've got a little bit of a scrum in front of the net. As players say, they're not fighting. But a little face wash action going in there. But no call, will play on. So Cooper tries to tie this one up in the middle. Send out to Columbus. Shot well high. Archer there now. Cuts him off. Cooper's got the puck now. Cooper's going to cycle behind the net. Cooper's going to take this up the boards, get taken down. Grace is there to thwart the player off the puck. Now opposite side of the ice, going for it. And trying to chip it out was Archer. Just stayed in as they take a shot, but Yace on the ready with a nice glove save. Now Mason Cooper with the face-off for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. Gets that back to Sloan. Sloan's going to fire that off the boards. Grace racing for it, but that's going to go too far, and we're going to have an icing. So we're going to bring it back down. Do this face-off again. Cooper with the face-off, tried to get that back to the defense. Comes out and back out to him. Plays it along the boards. Now he's going to cycle back behind the net. Makes a man miss. Lost the puck though. Chips that back to Webb Sloan. Webb Sloan now is going to go. That gets centered in front, but nice stick tie up by Fort. And now Ben Grace has it. Ben Grace looking to move up along the boards. Looking for Mason Cooper on the centering. Oh, just hits a player as Cooper got a stick on it. Now Cooper's got it along the boards now. He's going to wrap it around the opposite side of the ice.
Oh!
As they get dumped, and we're going to have a penalty. Good effort there by Ben Grace in the corner, and he's going to draw a roughing penalty here. As number 28 goes in the box for Columbus. That's going to be at least his third time in the box today as well. So now Trojans have a good look at a power play here with under 5 minutes left in the third. We'll see if maybe they can capitalize on that as Cooper, Grace, and Archer are out with Teagarden and Nichols. And it looks like we're going to have a timeout by the Trojans as they try to draw something up here. All right, so coming out of the timeout now, we'll have Cooper, Grace, and George Homewood out on offense with Teagarden and Nichols on defense here. Try and get this game all square at 2 here. Puck is dropped, goes back to the corner. Grace battling for it, comes up with it. Nice job by Grace. Tried a centering pass in front. Homewood had a stick on it, but got batted away. He tried to tuck one in, and then that gets sent down, bounces over a stick, goes all the way down, and we're going to have an icing. So minute 14 left in the power play for the Trojans. We'll try this face-off again from the same spot. Puck is dropped. Cooper gets that over to the corner to Grace. Grace battling for it in the corner. Comes back out to Cooper. Cooper fires a shot. Glove save. And a little chippiness in front of the net there. So one more time with the face-off. Same lines out there. Gets that over to Grace. Over to Teagarden. Collected and then sent out of the zone by Columbus. Nichols has it now. He's going to survey options, go cross-ice pass to Teagarden. Teagarden's got it now. He's going to go up the middle to Cooper. Cooper's going to tuck that back, and now he's got a chance. He's coming in. He's beats a man, gets a shot off, but just goes wide. Now he's got it behind the net. Between skates, lost. Wrapped around, kept in by Teagarden. Teagarden tried to push that through. Collected, squirted out in front. Homewood with a shot that hits the shin guard of a player for Columbus and bounces wide. Now, Grace got knocked down as he went to collect the puck. Homewood tried to get it, got sticked aside, and that's going to be sent all the way down the ice, so that's going to be an icing. And we'll have 18 seconds left in the penalty. And now we're going to go to the opposite side for the face-off in the offensive zone. See if that works out a little better for the Trojans. As they're trying to get something here with the closing seconds of the man advantage. Cooper gets that back out to Homewood. Homewood's got it now. Tried to make a move, got sticked aside, but Grace is battling, and then Columbus sends it all the way back down. That's going to be another icing, I think. And it is.
Keep it up! Keep it up!
So 5 seconds left on the penalty to Columbus. So still a chance with the man advantage for a quick shot. Now Cooper again with the face-off. Ties it up. It's knocked aside. Now sent back by Columbus. Man coming out of the box. Now Columbus looking for the stretch pass. They got it. Close to being offsides, but Sloan is back there. He's going to collect. try to get that bouncing puck down. He's still got it. Chips it up to Grace. Grace has it now. Grace going to carry in. Still got it through the middle. Gets poked aside. Peter Koski has it now. He's going to fire one towards the net. Hits the skate. Comes back to him. Gets it back to Grace. And then sticked aside by Columbus as they tried to get to it too. And then that bounces over the stick of Fort. Fort's racing back. He's got one on his back. Nice play by Fort. Now Sloan collects. Sloan cuts towards the middle. Now he's got some room. Oh, and just off sides is the call. As Sloan was racing across the blue line. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off for the Trojans.
I saw that last night.
Now Peter Koski takes face off. He'll have Beach and Archer out there with him. Puck is dropped. Columbus sends that cross ice. Sloan comes back to collect. Sloan now tries to get that up through the middle. Peter Koski, oh, just out of his reach. So now Columbus collects. They're going to race to the outside. Centering pass broken up by Findlay. Peter Koski along the boards tried to stop that. That gets sent back. Now Webb Sloan has it. Now Sloan moving up the boards with it. He's still got it. He's racing with it forward. He's going to go to the outside. Now he's going to cut back. Firing in and goal! Going coast to coast. Webb Sloan unassisted. Ties this game up with under 2 minutes left. So now Cooper out there with Homewood and Grace. Gets that back to Fort. Fort gets that over to Grace. Grace now looking center, try to get that to Homewood. That goes off the back of the net. Now kept in by Cooper. Cooper chips that back to the corner. Homewood going back down there to play it. Grace is back there as well. Columbus plays it behind the net. Now Grace on the forecheck. Now intercepted by Cooper up front. Cooper fires a shot that gets tipped high. Homewood's got it in the corner now. Homewood chips it out to Grace. Grace has it. Tried to get a centering pass. Too many sticks in the way. Comes out in front to Columbus. Now to Cooper. Cooper fires a shot. Hits a skate. Grace. Homewood closing minutes. George Homewood puts one in, and Findlay goes up 3-2. Now with 1:09, your Trojans are up.
Finish strong, let's go.
As Cooper, Homewood, and Grace will stay out there. Fort and Nichols out on defense. No, Fort and Teagarden, sorry, out on defense. Puck is dropped. Cooper gets that back over to Fort. Goes opposite side to Grace. Grace gets across the ice, tries to fire that deep. Collected by Columbus. Columbus going cross ice. Looking in the middle, intercepted by Cooper, chip forward. Oh, Homewood couldn't get a stick on it as he was racing through the middle. Grace gets a stick on that one though. So puck's still in neutral ice. We're under a minute here. Now Homewood's got it. He pulls out to the middle. He's gonna go fire a shot. He fires a shot, gloved and held onto by the Columbus goaltender. So 43 seconds left here in the game. Findlay now up 3-2. After some good offensive pressure, finally paid off. And now Columbus is going to call a timeout here. Look for them to maybe go empty net. Try to tie this game up. Teams discuss some strategy right now. And we'll come out for the face-off. defensive zone face-off for Columbus, so they still have their goaltender in the net, but we're going to watch and see if they pull the goaltender here in the final 43 seconds. Cooper out there with Grace and Homewood, Sloan and Nichols on defense. Puck is dropped. Cooper ties it up. Comes out to Grace. Grace kicks it to the corner. Grace now tried to make a move to pull back to center, collected by Columbus. Goaltender for Columbus going to the bench. Columbus gets the extra skater, but we're going to have an icing probably, so that goaltender is going to go back. So, advantageous call there for the Trojans. Puck is dropped. Comes out in front. Homewood tried to get a stick on it. And then Columbus now with the empty net. Sloan's got it now. He's going to hit the brakes. He's going to pin this against the boards.
Stay out front of the net.
That's going to go loose. Homewood's got it now. He's going to fire it down. That's going to not quite make it to the goal line, and that's going to be the end of the game as Findlay comes back for game 2 to win this one 3-2 with 2 goals in the closing 3 minutes to take the lead. And they go all square today. So good news on game 2 for Super Bowl Sunday. So thank you all for watching. Much appreciate the support for you at home. We will look forward to some games coming up here. Next one's on the schedule. Join us for some Valentine's Day games. We've got one at 3 o'clock against the Fort Wayne Force coming to visit us at the Cube. And another game at 5:30 as well that day. So enjoy the rest of your week. Have a fun Super Bowl Sunday, and we will see you next Saturday.